What if Minecraft had guns? Yeah, America! Woo! Yeah! That'd be pretty cool. So I'm making Minecraft in Fortnite. Though, I don't want to deal with copyright issues or get sued or anything though, so the very first thing I did was start making textures for some basic blocks like grass, dirt, and stone. I made them all super quickly too, just because I added a bunch of grain and noise to the images after adding a couple of small details that, kind of add to the texture rather than it just being some static, From there, I placed a bunch of default cubes and tested the textures on them, just to see if they even, worked in the game. And yeah, I was able to make them work for the most part. Some of them had weird coloring issues though. They looked different from, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. And to be quite frankly honest, I don't understand it, but the point is, it was in the game. And now these cubes, the same as any other object by default, is considered a static mesh. This means that it's just a solid in the world and it doesn't have any special properties. Now, for me to be able to break it like you can break blocks in Minecraft, I would have to turn it into what the game calls a prop. Using a tutorial by Richie Tunes, I learned that it's a really simple process. And now that it's a prop, I can apply properties to it like custom sounds when hit or broken, and can further customize it using a prop manipulator device, which manipulates which manipulates props. Oh wow, really? What? It manipulates props? Wow, that's crazy. Okay, let me test if these make a sound when broken. I put a random noise in, and wow, yeah, that's louder than I thought. I mean, wow, but it seems to be working. But I think I can probably replace it. Since the destructible blocks seem to be working, naturally I made a big block of blocks and went wild with explosions. I am a dwarf and I'm digging off. After goofing around, though, I saw that this chunk of blocks already used up 25,000 memory. That's a quarter of the limit. I originally wanted to have a big arena with a good amount of blocks under the floor so you can tunnel through, maybe, flank the enemy by going down under and, coming up behind them, But I calculated each block right now to be around 3 to 4 memory each, which doesn't seem like much, but when added up, it's a lot. And there wouldn't be enough memory for me to be able to make the original map I wanted. So instead of an arena, I thought about how I could optimize the space. So then I realized I could make an island where it's very shallow in the edges, but it rises up closer to the center. That way, the space where there is depth isn't as much as you would really have if every corner is filled. And it also allows people to tunnel through all they want. Maybe they can blow up, maybe they can shoot rockets into a hole. And then, make a big cave like that and fight from there, it's just a couple of ideas I've got. But it is still possible. Now, to model out the island, I went into Minecraft itself. Does this make me a Minecraft channel now? Hang on, let me edit this like a Minecraft YouTuber. Hey guys! Today, we're gonna be building an island for Fortnite! First things first, I'm gonna put down an area that'll be how big the island will be in game. But I don't know how fast we move in each game. It might look big in Minecraft, but it could be small in Fortnite. That's enough of that. Oh gosh. Oh. I tested the running speed, and surprisingly, they're very similar in both games. All I had to do was just tweak the sprint a bit in Fortnite, so you don't completely zoom across the entire island in a very short amount of time. Now we get to building the island itself. Now I know what you're thinking. Hey Face, why are you building out of clay? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? No! I'm building out of clay, so I can later use a command to tell me how many clay blocks there are. I can then multiply that number by 4 and get an idea of how much memory is going to be used up. Back in school, they said I would never be a smart fella. Who's the fart smelling now? I made sure the terrain felt natural, and I used a technique I never used before, which was using water to fill in blocks, and then I would replace the water with clay using a command, essentially saving me a lot of building time and filling in blocks that I didn't need to fill, as well as some slopes that I didn't want to figure out. I also wanted to make sure the edges of the island wouldn't be a completely open space where you have no cover, so I put rocks and huts and junk. After about an hour of building, boom! It's donezo. Can I join Hermitcraft now? Please let me join Hermitcraft. I'm such a good builder. Please. After making some textures for the log and leaves, I put together a little image to see if they meshed well, and to be honest, I get the vibes of one of those mobile Minecraft knockoffs.
Hey guys, welcome back to Free Minecraft. I've got Minecraft for free right here, and You can download it on the App Store.
Now it's time to place down the blocks, but there's an awkward issue. When you place a texture on a cube, it puts that image on every side. As you know, a grass block or a log has different textures on different sides. Thankfully for me, Minecraft is the greatest selling game of all time, and there are a bunch of tutorials on how to make it. So I followed a tutorial specifically to solve my problem by Pat's a Noob. What's really cool about UEFN is that tutorials that are just for Unreal Engine can also apply to it, since UEFN really is just a simpler version of the actual Unreal Engine. Now that I've got every block working, I guess it's time to build the island. Okay, wait, first off, I don't want to have to very carefully align each and every one of the 9,000 blocks, by the way. Did I mention that? It's 9,000 blocks total. I don't want to have to align each and every single one of them. I don't know if you noticed it earlier, but when I was placing them down, I had to be very precise with how I placed it so that they align and work together, or look right together. They don't clip into each other, you know? There's gotta be a way to have custom grid snapping, like a custom size, so that they're automatically aligned. Oh, would you look at that? Sometimes a solution that would have saved you hours of work is just a Google away. I wonder how many people could really remember that sometimes, because I know I have needed that. My stomach is kind of sinking now that I'm about to say this, but I'm so glad I looked into the custom grid snapping, because I began to build the island in Fortnite. And I did that for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5.5 hours? I actually get a little concerned trying to think about how long it would have taken me if I hadn't done the custom grid snap. Speaking of, you'd be surprised at how difficult it is to keep track of which block you place down in Fortnite in comparison to Minecraft. I thankfully found a way, which was to change all the clay blocks to semi-oxidized copper, and deoxidize the copper blocks that I put down in Fortnite. I have no clue how I would have kept track of the blocks I placed otherwise. I would have been completely lost. Then the cave was super tricky because I had to make sure I didn't miscount how many blocks above or to the left or back or forward any of the blocks were. And most of all, I had to be completely certain that I didn't leave any hollow spaces in between blocks. Unlike Minecraft, where you can fly into a block and see all the connected blocks, in Fortnite, since I don't know how to program any sort of optimization method to hide the faces of a block that aren't visible, every single face is visible. And I cannot see if there are any hollow spaces unless if I directly run into it. Nevertheless, like the super awesome, mega rad, ultra cool dude that I am, I was able to finish it without any mistakes. I even built a little house because I felt like it. Then I came to a point where I had to make a choice. What game mode would this be? Would I make it a free-for-all, a team deathmatch? I personally considered a gun game, but to be sure of what the right choice would be, I consulted you guys. I asked on a community post here on YouTube, and on my Discord. Nobody replied to the community... oh wait, 2 people replied. What was it? What did he say? Yo! Okay, well, that's not a suggestion, but I'm glad you're excited, Glitch Cat. Where's the other comment? Okay, maybe it's held for review. I haven't seen any other comments in here yet. I haven't checked, but let me see. What? Okay, this guy says... Wait, there's more. Oh, would you look at that? He said... Okay, that's super offensive, dude. That's not cool, man. You can't be saying that. You can't just go around saying, mate. I can see why that was held for review. Goodness. What about the other one? Did I dig you too? Is this seriously the audience I'm building? I'm sure many other YouTubers would say, well, at least I'm getting paid. But I'm not getting paid. I'm not monetized yet. I can't even justify the brain rot. Well, I am 21 now. Maybe I should get into drinking. Discord actually did yield one response. Gavgav852 says, a gun game seems awesome for a Minecraft map, or a free-for-all seems sick. Yo, a gun game? Man, I'm so glad we agree, Gavgav. Glad we had the same idea, man. Yo, shout out Gavgav. Thankfully for me, gun game is a really easy game mode to make. Just put a bunch of weapons into an item granter, which will... grant items, and test out, and I don't, and then I tested out their oh my gosh! And then I tested out, and then I tested out their destructive capability. Oh wow, why can I not speak? I can't speak. I tested them. I tested them to see if they would break things. And by things, I mean the blocks. I would see if they would break blocks too excessively or not. Whatever. Now, I don't know what the hell happened to my... Oh my gosh! Now, I don't know what the hell happened with my recording here. I'm sorry I'm talking like that. I'm trying to read it, my script, without messing up, okay? I'm trying my best here. I don't know what the hell happened to my recording here or why the bitrate is so unfathomably bad. But in my testing, I found that some weapons are just way too destructive. Just look at this, man. I mean, okay, the lighting looks cool. It looks cool seeing how the block slowly dissipates. But the others, I mean, you are just erasing the map. You are just... No, that's too much. Anyway, this wasn't going to be a gun game with an elimination goal. This would have gone on forever. You'd get a random weapon every elimination, and the map would get restored every 10 minutes as everyone skydives into the restored map to keep fighting. But then I made a crazy realization. Why are props, one of the most fundamental building pieces for any Fortnite map, not respawnable? What? I'm sure there's a way to respawn them if you do some coding with a verse, but I don't know how to code with verse yet. I'm just shocked more than anything. I really expected there to be a device that would allow you to just respawn props, but no. Destroyed props, by the way. That's what I mean. Like, if it was broken, you can't bring it back. It's just gone. So if anyone at Epic Games is watching, which I doubt, here's something you might be able to do. Perhaps the prop manipulator can have an option to memorize, quote-unquote, the props in its zone during the edit mode. Checking this option can also unlock an option that excludes props being affected by other prop manipulators. Then you can have a function for respawning, quote-unquote, memorized props. I don't know how feasible this is, but it's just my idea. Now, my solution to this problem right now was to change the type of gun game you'll be playing. Rather than an infinite fight, you'd instead fight for 50 eliminations, with a specific order of weapons you progress through with each kill. Then after someone wins, the round restarts and the entire map restarts as well. My only issue with this is that a victory/loss causes a complete stop to the gameplay for a while, which kinda sucks, but otherwise, I'm not really sure what else can be done. But in all reality, it's fine, it's not that big of a deal. To finish it off, I made the sounds for hitting and breaking the blocks. And yeah, Minecraft in Fortnite! Minecraft with guns! Yeah! America! Woo! Go play it. Let me know what you think and tell me what else I should make in Fortnite. Thanks for watching.